What up? What up? What up, everybody? I hope everybody is trying to enjoy their week. I went to bed last night. Okay. I went to bed last night and I literally was just laying in bed, eyes open, just saying to myself, wow, like, man, who would have thought that they were actually going to look this bad? Really that bad. Um, there's a lot to talk about here. There's a lot of between scheme, between coaching, players, signings, draft picks. I mean, it goes down the line of this built up work the last few years of where this team is at. But before I do anything here, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream tonight. We'll have some things to discuss at the end of the stream. We have a video out for tomorrow, a lot of ranting on specifics tomorrow morning, so definitely go check that out when it's out tomorrow. But I want to know from you guys, since if you guys were in the live play-by-play, I appreciate it. I hope I'm really trying not to let this bother me to say that, you know what, they probably deserve to lose this game, okay, on a lot of different aspects. So, want to say hi to everybody in the chat. What's going on, everybody? We got Mike Krivek. Your typical so-and-so. Isaiah, roasted pork Italian. What's going on, man? Matt Weeks. We got Richie. We got Edie B. We got Steven Seth. Python Lord. What's going on? Steven Seth. We got... What's going on, guys? Donnie 4, Benny Boom 68, KJ Dub, J Tyler, MJ. What's going on, guys? Joshua Stewart. What is going on? Honestly, if we want to go from one side to the next, okay. I don't think you really use Saquon Barkley enough in this game. Obviously, that fourth down play where they shouldn't have even passed the ball to Saquon Barkley at the end there, because if it's an incomplete pass, there's no time. The Atlanta Falcons had no time, 40 seconds off the clock. So we would have had to be on defense for a minute. But obviously, you still had a first down. You could have got a first down, would have been a first and goal, and they could have ended the game pretty much in one play. Could have just ran the ball at Saquon Barkley there. I don't think Saquon Barkley was used enough. I still felt like they ran with Jalen Hurts way too much in this game, getting hit nonstop, unfortunately. It just sucks. The defensive line is like my main, probably biggest issue because it's the entire line. Thomas Booker was your best defensive tackle in this game with 3 tackles. That's it. 1 assisted tackle by Bryce Huff and a sack by Milton Williams. That's it. I can't really talk crap about the secondary too much besides Slay's bona fide horrible, just gave up the touchdown so damn easily. I don't know what Slay was even staring at all. Okay, but you gave up. I mean, no sense of urgency. We lost our closer in Hassan Reddick. The Eagles don't have a closer at all. Who do you really depend on this defensive line? Should they have signed Javon Hargrave over, drafting Jordan Davis? There's just these questions now. Like, Nolan Smith seems like is going to be a bust. Bryce Huff, I think partially it's his fault, but partially it's Vic Fangio's fault too, because Bryce Huff was taken out of position. The guy is not good in pass coverage. The guy was literally watching a run go by him last night, and he was fixing his helmet as he was running. Okay, it's a joke. Joshua, you have 2 players getting paid over $14 million a year. $14 million. Seriously. Josh Sweat, Bryce Huff, nothing. Nolan Smith, nothing. Where the hell is Jalen Hunt at? I mean, seriously, why are these guys getting signed? I mean, 2 years and 2 games for Jordan Davis, and he's done nothing. You have no pressure. You can't stop the run and you can't stop the pass. There is definitely something wrong. Plus, on top of it, it's like, why weren't they blitzing Zach Bond? They didn't do like they did last week. Why did they not blitz as much in this game? I figured if they were struggling against the run, they were going to get those linebacker fits a little bit. Not really sure. But it's embarrassing, guys. From top to bottom, I don't even know if this is really is this a culture type thing? Is it, like, what is it? Like, why is nobody producing? That's why I really can't put much into the secondary. We could talk about the whiff tackle for Chauncey, but obviously made that big play on 4th and 1 later in the game. Some linebackers, some penalties. I get it. But if your defensive line can't stop the run and they can't pass rush, you can't even put that much blame into your secondary. I thought in red zone they actually played pretty damn well. I think defensively they played well in red zone. But other than that, they were giving up. I don't even know what Bijan Robinson and those other running backs were averaging. Okay. Here's a crazy. I'm not gonna rant for too long, but here's a crazy stat. When Thomas Booker was in the game, I think they averaged only 1 yard per carry when Thomas Booker was playing. A little over a yard. When Thomas Booker wasn't playing, they were averaging 6.6 yards a carry in this game. Do I actually think that they're going to beat the Saints and the Tampa Bay Bucks the next 2 weeks before the bye? Oh, yeah, the bye's great, guys, because they're going to go into the bye week. Oh, they need to rest up during the bye. No. There's no resting up during the bye. And you know what happens when the Eagles go on a bye week? They look like slow dog shit when they come back. Simple as that. And that's where I am right now. The offense, no creativity. I think Jahan Dotson was literally on the field for 70-something% of the snaps, and he still got the ball one time. No A.J. Brown, I get it. Devontae Smith, other than I think Jesse Bates had a really good play on Devontae Smith in the end zone when it was a nice deflection right there. I thought Devontae Smith was fine, but man, Jalen Hurts can't climb the pocket. Rolling out to his right, almost a play going nowhere. Just can't stay in the pocket long enough. And the same old bullshit again. Throwing in the double coverage for a pick. It's the same fucking story over and over and over again. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Let me get into some of these chats. If you guys have any questions, I don't even know what to say. KJ Dub says, Nick needs to be fired. I'm sorry, there's no excuse anymore. I don't know if this is a culture thing anymore now. Honestly, he's not making adjustments. I can't tell who's calling the plays. I really don't. There might be some people afraid to actually say whose fault it is. But for me, I honestly don't care. People can dislike this stream. People can dislike every video I make because of it. I don't have the answers yet. The post-game press conference, Nick says that Kellen is calling the plays. So someone obviously already answered this. But, okay, the next lineup question they should have is do you kind of put any input on specific plays that you want Kellen to call? I'm sorry, but I see Nick with a little laminated piece of paper with colored boxes. I see him write on during the game. And you're telling me that Nick has nothing to do with this? I'm sorry, but Kellen Moore has not. I have never seen Kellen Moore with the Chargers and with, obviously, the Dallas Cowboys for 4 years run an offense like this. And I feel like Nick's fingerprints are somewhat on this. It would be shocking if this was fully Kellen Moore, honestly. Torville says, Eagles shouldn't have Wade. Patrick Johnson is probably better than Huff and wasn't costing any. Yeah, I'm surprised they let him go. And the Giants, yet again, are always picking up our leftovers every time. It's Jack Stahl. It's Tyree Jackson. Now they picked up Patrick Johnson. We let Patrick Johnson go. Yeah, the Eagles worked out an edge rusher today for the practice squad. I mean, come on now, guys. Ryland says Jalen doesn't look good. This was the closest game he had to 22 Hurts, but his arm talent isn't progressing. I'm really concerned, man. Let's be real. Hurts don't look good. How many passes did we have middle of the field? Remember when, what I really liked actually is when Covey actually got involved. But guys, the same series, he threw to Covey 3 times, the same pass, the same exact sideline pass 3 times. Whose playbook is this? You got nobody involved. Calcaterra got involved at tight end, which was good. Dallas Goedert, not enough. Not enough. Middle of the field, like they're just not using it. Why are we going back to this shit again? You brought in an offensive. There is no way that this is all Kellen Moore. I just can't. There's no way. There is no way. Shame on Howie, shame on Jeffrey Lurie to let Nick still have a voice in this offense. Seriously. Both sides are as bad. At least like the offense is is this fixable offensively? Yes, but because A.J. Brown's not playing, like this is what it looks like. It still looked bad last week, but not as bad. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Jay says, Nick has his hands in there, and you could tell when Kellen is play calling, it's clear as day. If I had more time, I would watch the game and tell you what play Nick is calling. And I honestly wouldn't blame you if you didn't want to watch the game. I have to watch it. I'm going to actually watch it tonight another time and skim through it a little bit. Greg said, I believe a lot of it's coming from Jeffrey Lurie. Look, let me tell you something. The biggest mistake, Jeffrey Lurie knows to stay out of things, because the biggest mistake that Jeffrey Lurie has ever made, really, was being involved in our draft process. And that took him a few years. That took him a lot of years to kind of get kicked out of the draft room because, unfortunately, well, he never got kicked out, but not drafting from SEC schools, shit like that. Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. Dad says, Eagles need a dominant pass rusher. Cox, Hargrave, Reddick, all the dogs are gone, and we're left with pups. Many dominated. I don't know where that crap came from. You lost 2 vets on your defensive line. Hassan Reddick was your closer. Hassan Reddick was the guy. It's 4th down, a minute and a half left. Who are you going to count on in those moments? I don't know how much Hassan wanted, whether it's $20 million, $25 million. Didn't it seem like they signed Bryce Huff real quick, like $17 million a year? It seemed like there was really no fight to sign Bryce Huff. Bryce Reddick. I'm thinking about 2 at the same time. There was really no fight. I don't think other teams offered that much. Then you get into training camp, and Bryce Huff, Fangio is like, oh, yeah, Bryce Huff Bryce Huff needs to earn his snaps. There's an issue with his motor because he only played 40-something% of the snaps with the Jets. A 3rd down edge rusher. And you pay him a few $1 million less. Bryce Huff. Greg Miller said, Dallas Goedert will leave here and go somewhere else and ball out. Mark my words. I don't think he'll go. Look, he's on contract for another, 2 seasons? He's 28 years old right now. By the time he turns 30, that will be his last year. I think that's going to be, 26 might be his last year in Philadelphia, contract-wise. But they barely even used him at all. Gio Karuk says, I swear the offensive play calling felt just like last year's, bro. Nick to be calling the plays. I don't know, dude. I don't know why, again, another year of trying to figure out who's actually calling the offense. Seriously. Like that 4th down play to that drop by Saquon Barkley, it's like, I feel like all these Eagle fans now are literally just like picking and choosing whose fault it is. If you kick the field goal in the first quarter and not went for it on 4th down, get the points up on the board, we wouldn't be in this mess right now. But honestly, regardless if they lost this game or won this game, if they won this game, I'd still be having this conversation. It wouldn't matter. Them winning this game wouldn't have changed my mind of anything. if we won this game and I was talking like this right now, people would say I'm too negative, and it's not. People need to wake the fuck up. Honestly, wake up. Kryptonite says, now we know AJ carries the team on his back. It's true. I think with Jalen Hurts, he has these clutch moments. I thought he had 3 really good clutch moments. 2 when he rushed with the football in his hands, and he had that 1 touchdown to Devontae Smith, okay? The problem I'm having is that these QB draws and, like, it's just this guy is taking already a lot of hits as it is right now. He's taking so many hits right now. It's ridiculous, dude. You know what I mean? That's what happened last year. We used Jalen Hurts so much last year. He ended up having a knee injury. And then there was times where Jalen Hurts didn't even look fast. We saw in training camp how fast he was. And then he just looked like he was semi not knowing whether he should. I thought later in the game he looked a little bit quicker, but 125 said in 3 plays, the Falcons reached the 12-yard line. Cousins wasn't pressured, even though he took longer to pass the football. Our pass rush sucks. Go get Reddick back. I know, dude. 3 plays, other side of the field. I mean, it's crazy, dude. And on top of everything else, because the Eagles actually played okay in red zone, big play Slay, Mr. Big Play Slay, I don't know what he was doing on that play. I mean, he literally let Drake London just go up. I mean, beat him. Not even looking at him, paying attention to Drake London on the line at all, and went right by him. That was it. Ridiculous. We got Mouse with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, it's out of our hands. Just hope we lock in. Dude, I know. But this is week 2, bro. Week 2. One half of me is saying they have, what did I say after the 49ers game last year? I said the one thing they have on their time, the one thing they have is time. They have time on their side. They had a playoff berth. They had everything in front of them, and they still made no adjustments. If they lose these next 2 weeks, Nick's got to go. I don't care. The season is not over. It's the second game. Offensively, they could fix things, but I don't know whose direction they're under when it comes to game planning. Does Nick give Kellen Moore a set of plays? There's like flashy Kellen Moore type plays. I feel like it's literally last year's offense with some pre-snap motion. Other than that, I don't see a difference. Appreciate the super chat, by the way, Mouse. Jay said, Hurts plays decent. It wasn't him. He gave a chance to win, him and Barkley. Yeah, but the timing of that play was horrible. Did Hurts play that decent? Did the coaches put him in a good position? No. Were the route combinations great with the receivers? Hell no. We got beat by Ray McCloud in the same spot. Ray McCloud, how many times did he catch the ball in the same spot? 4 or 5 times, middle of the field, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8, the same. You know what I mean? Eagles weren't using middle of the field. Jalen Hurts, I don't know if it's just a vision issue where he can't sit in the pocket and throw a perfect pass. There was a couple times he did, but realistically, I thought, and you know what I did? You know, another thing that I saw in this game too, the Falcons would put an extra guy on the right side to force Jalen to his right, getting pressure on the right side on the Falcons defense, forcing Jalen Hurts to his right side, because when he moves to the right, when he rolls out to the right, nothing happens. He either takes an unnecessary hit, unnecessary sack, or he throws it out of bounds, and it goes nowhere. Remember that throw to Saquon Barkley, middle of the field? He actually threw to Saquon. Hurts had good protection on that play. He still rolls out and throws it while he's rolling across. He threw it across his body, which caused that pass to be so inaccurate. Saquon still caught it. And God, Saquon, man, such a talent. Why are you making this so fucking difficult? Why? They're making this so difficult for him. crazy. Med says that drop pass by Barkley should have been designed for Goddard. I mean, look, in the moment, what is it Saquon's fault? Sure. He's not going to be affected by it. Yeah, we could blame him, but blame everything else on top of it that led to that point. That was a bad play call. Simple as that. It was open, sure, but it was a bad play call because why are you risking passing the ball on 4th down where literally you're in red zone and still you need a few yards. You have 3 yards to get. You get that first down, you run with Barkley, boom, game's over. Game's over. And if you don't get it, at least you're taking 40 seconds off the clock. You're taking 40 seconds off the clock there. So the Eagles would have had to defend Kirk Cousins for probably a minute. What was it, like a minute? It was like a little over a minute, probably, not much. You left so much time on the clock because of that pass. Why even pass? Why are they passing? It's crazy shit. Jarvis says, how is that Dotson played more than 75 of the plays with only... That's what I'm saying, dude. I read it today. Dotson had, I'm not going to say 75. I thought it was like 73, but I could be wrong. But it was 100% Jahan Dotson played over 70%. Is he not ready yet? Like, seriously. Is it an excuse to not know how to use him? There is no fucking way, in my mind, okay, that this is purely a Kellen Moore offense. I'm sorry. How many times did you throw to running backs yesterday? Not much. Saquon Barkley touches the ball. It's like 9 yards, 10 yards, 9 yards. You get your occasional, he gets hit for a yard or two. Couple TFLs in the backfield, whatever. But still, why make it more difficult? Eagles clips are our pass rush is buns, and on offense, we need to get Dotson and Goddard more involved. Jonathan Harvest is correct, Joey. It's last year's offense with pre-snap motion, and plays are repetitive like last year. No running back screens. Andy Reid with this team, and Eagles scoring like Saints. Yeah, where's the running back screen? Nothing. Didn't run a screen. Nothing in this game. Bryce says, Joey Shakes, the issue with Hurts is Hurts back in Oklahoma and Bama was decision-making at times and reading defenses. Well, I guess it's continued then. Ron says, how much longer are you giving Hurts until you're legitimate worried about? I'm giving him this year. I mean, I'm giving him this year. I'm not giving him 2-3 games. Like, if he plays bad at the end of the year, then the decision's going to have to be made. I don't know. I'm gonna be worried if he keeps doing this the rest of the season. But no, I'm giving it till the end of this year. If they don't fix this by the end of the season, I'm telling you, bro, like multiple moves have got to happen. Multiple moves have got to happen. Slick says, what up, Joey? Should we start looking to trade sign a pass rusher? Or is it too soon? Slick, wow. You think a trade or a signing is going to make this defense better? And that's a good opinion. That's fine. Someone's going to ask. I get it. But, dude, your entire defensive line isn't doing anything. There's no way I could believe that there's not one guy that's not getting pressure, winning those one-on-ones. I don't think Jalen Carter's a bad player, but something's going on. Apparently, Jalen Carter was late to an Eagles meeting on reports, and Sirianni benched him for a series in this game because he missed a meeting, and he was late for a meeting. We saw Jalen Carter get pressure on Jordan Love in his face last week. But all of a sudden, nothing. Jordan Davis, nothing. Nolan Smith, nothing. Thomas Booker with 3 tackles was your best DT. And when he was in the game, the offense for the Falcons was only averaging 1 yard a carry. Without Thomas Booker, they were averaging 6.6 yards a carry. It's crazy shit, bro. Flying High says, sorry, but I knew with that much time left, Hurts was not going to get onto us into field goal range. I knew he was going to throw it up. Yeah, 100%. They had that really good pass to Dallas Goedert, really nice. So we threw to Dallas Goedert to like the 40-something yard line, and then that was it. And then you only needed like 15 yards. You only needed about 15 yards, and you throw a fucking bomb. The same old Jalen Hurts throwing carelessly, hero throw downfield for another pick into double coverage. They deserve to lose. They deserve to lose that game because at the end of the day, guys, if they win this game, they're going to expect to play like that every game. The coaches will allow this to happen every single game. Every single game. If they win ugly, which they did last year, they are going to keep allowing it over and over and over and over again. Third down, yes. Joseph, how did Hurts play? How did Hurts play bad? Bro, like, if you're gonna count rushing ability to what he's done with the football in his hands, yeah, Jalen Hurts was just not. I think it was a bunch of things. I think it was route combinations. I think it was Jalen Hurts staying in the pocket, climbing the pocket a little bit, just rolling out too early. Didn't look great. Didn't look great at all. He's got a patch of grass in front of him, and sometimes he won't even run. He just sits there waiting for it, or he throws it out of bounds. It's nothing that's... Right now with Jalen Hurts, I don't think it's anything that's not fixable. I think it is fixable. I think you could fix this offensively. It's little tweaks of things that need to be fixed when it comes to the play calling. But the defensive line is like the biggest issue right now. Biggest issue. 125 said, you're right. Let's put Rodgers or Ringo to start over Slay. He was bad last year, 30th in targets and 30th in receptions allowed. Bench him. He was bad this year. I mean, look, he didn't have a great game. He didn't have that last play was completely careless. I don't know what he was staring at, what he was looking at with the game on the line on man coverage. That was Seattle all over again. Watching the end of that shit, watching that drive was literally the Seattle game last year. Simple as that. But here's my question. When you go into training camp and Fangio is saying that your $17 million a year edge rusher and Bryce Huff can't handle the snaps, can't handle more, he has to earn his way up to more snaps, and he's not even close to being ready, doesn't have the motor, doesn't have the energy because he's literally coming off of a 110-sack season. Seriously, Jordan Davis, he's in great shape. Look at him. I fucking want to puke how many times I've literally heard that all offseason. Man, he better have a good year this year. Jalix Hunt's not even playing. Why? Oh, Jalix Hunt has really surprised me. I didn't expect him to show what he has shown me so far, and he's not doing anything. Throw Cooper DeJean in the fire. Maddox gets hurt. He comes back in. Sorry, Maddox gets hurt. DeJean actually goes in and actually covers well on that play. Why is DeJean not playing still? I understand he missed some time, but seriously, why is he not playing? Josh Sweat's making over $14 million a year. And $14 million a year. Not nothing. Nothing. Period. Nothing. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. We got King of Kings. What's going on, man? So remember, for 20 months, the camper tier, thank you so much. I don't understand, Joey. We have so much talent. This has been what we've been dealing with the last few years, bro. This has been what we've been dealing with. This is what we've been dealing with. Steichen left, and everything has been downhill apart since he left. So I guess we just have to, take it as it comes, I guess. I don't know. I don't have them winning next week. They went from 1-point favorites to, I think, 3.5 favorites as of right now. I don't know if that number's even changed at all. Jeremy Hampton says Saquon leaked out of the flat on the right side wide open on the last play. Nobody was within 25 yards of him. It wouldn't shock me if he missed some wide open guys or at least checked it. I would rather check it down to Barkley than anything, to be honest. Jay says, yep, we should have drafted Hamilton over Davis for sure. We maybe should have re-signed Javon Hargrave. I think, and this is me, I think Hassan Reddick leaving was the biggest mistake they fucking made. Biggest mistake they made. At least if Nolan Smith had 4 to 6 sacks last year, I would have been more comfortable. But this Reddick thing keeps popping up now because, I mean, you can't get rid of a guy like that. I understand why they did it. They went for the cheaper option, but they were desperate to just pay somebody, and Bryce Huff has done nothing. But I see the tape last year. His pass coverage sucks, and blame Fangio for the scheme because I hate this scheme. It's not aggressive enough for me. It's just not. The scheme sucks. The defensive line is paying for it. And when you have more aggressive guys that are in a more passive system with the secondary, does it actually work? Joshua Stewart says, Joey, your honest opinion, what are the chances of beating the Saints, not falling behind 1-2 and falling the tie with maybe the Giants? I think they could lose the next 2 weeks. There's nothing promising to say that they could win the next 2 weeks. Nothing is promising right now, as of right now. That Saints game is, and thank God it's a 1 o'clock game. It's not prime time. Get this fucking shit done and over with. Okay? If literally the Saints have scored 40-something points the last 2 weeks a game, they'll score 60-something points on the Philadelphia Eagles with that run game they have. Derek Carr might not be some crazy great quarterback, but let me tell you, the coaching is really good behind it. And I'm tired of watching these other teams. I mean, look at the Vikings and Sam Darnold. Seriously, bro. Like, what is wrong with us? Seriously. Fucking ridiculous. And people say I'm too negative. And people unsubscribe for fine. But I'm not just gonna be like, let's give it another week. Let's give it another week. I mean, how many times am I gonna say that shit? Seriously. We got a super chat from D1922. Appreciate it so much. Says it was just a horrible game. Don't know if I want to watch the game next week. But you will. You will. All of you that say that I'm not watching them next week, you'll watch them next week. Okay? I don't blame you for not wanting to. Jay says, do you think these Georgia players are overhyped? A little bit. Jalen Carter, I think, has talent. I think has major talent. But for some reason in this scheme, he's really bad. This scheme, I think, is affecting a lot of these players. Nakobe Dean, is really starting to come into his own, but the guy can't cover. I think as a downhill linebacker, he's good at times. Why is Devin White a healthy scratch? That's my question. Why is Devin White not even a depth player? You really might have to do something here. Devin White needs to get some playing time somehow, some way. Do something with him. Why is Devin White a healthy scratch going to a game? You want me to believe that Vic Fangio said at his last presser, he said Nakobe Dean has been literally beat out Devin White from start to finish of training camp? Yeah, right. I think Nakobe Dean's played pretty okay. First game was all right. Second game was not enough for me. It's not enough. I mean, if the defensive line's not even holding them against the run or anything like that, I mean, these linebackers are going to suffer. These corners are going to suffer. These safeties are going to suffer. The secondary suffers if that defensive line doesn't get nothing happening. I think Nolan Smith was a really bad fucking pick, and I'll say it yet again. Bad pick. He had 2 sacks in the offseason program. He had 2 sacks in preseason. 1, he was unblocked. I don't count that as anything. 2, okay? I mean, Nolan Smith was making plays against third stringers. I mean, come on now. The second sack that Nolan Smith had was when he locked up with the tackle and the running back chipped him back into the lane, which pretty much gave him the sack. And people are like, dude, you don't give him any credit. I'm tired of these Eagle fans, these snowflake Eagle fans. Seriously. It's crazy. Appreciate the super chat very much, man, by the way. Sean Davis with the super chat. Thank you so much, Sean. Says Hurts versus Jets, he needed a few yards. He throws an interception. Hurts versus Seattle needs a few yards. Throws the interception. Hurts last night throws a pick. Yeah. Last year, they did that shit. Every time they had a third and short, a second and short, we have to go for that 70-yard bomb. I mean, it wasn't 70 yards, but you know what I mean. They went for that big bomb. This careless hero throw. He's throwing that ball up in the air like it's the last play of the game. He's got to throw a Hail Mary in the end zone, but he's doing it earlier in the game. It looks like shit, dude. It looks like total garbage. We got 225 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the stream. If you want uncensored, not walking on eggshell content about this team, you subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button because it helps out tremendously. Tremendously. I'm going to go over some things at the end of the stream, too. We got a gift from a subscriber. I actually got something in the mail today, which was absolutely amazing. So, anonymous subscriber, can't say his name, but he wanted to let me know that he got me something in the mail. I just got it a few days ago. And I want to show you something on the next. We have another sponsor coming up. I want to show you, if you guys are interested in nicotine products, I want to show you some stuff as well at the end of the stream. Appreciate everybody in here. Rich says, I wish I wasn't connected to a fan base that panics it being week 2. Wish we were other teams that actually give their teams chances. We're never happy here. Dude, if last year didn't happen, we wouldn't be panicking. I think we somewhat still would be panicking, okay? Oh, hold on, King. Sorry. I think we still would be panicking. Oh, I'm sorry, King. I didn't even see it. I'm sorry. King of Kings, I don't know. So if the super chats are $1.99, for some reason, those blue super chats, they don't show up. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird on my side of things. They don't show up. King Kings with the super chat says, I'm 100% sure Nick is involved and Huff needs to be out. Bad contract. I think part of all these Georgia players was because they won a national championship. I think that was Rick, and obviously drafting specific guys that were available that ended up falling in our lap. But I'm going to say this, guys. I would say out of all the Georgia players, I think Jalen Carter is the biggest talent, and I think he is a great talent. But, man, I mean, there's no way your whole line does nothing. There's no way. It's a scheme thing. On top of just guys not making. You had double teams on Jordan Davis and Carter at the same time. You had, obviously, one-on-ones and couldn't do much of anything. You know? Appreciate the Superman. Sorry I missed that. D1922 with the super chat. Laugh out loud. It's insane, bro. We got Mouse with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. It's just so weird. Jalen was never dumb with the ball in 22. That's because Shane Steichen had 100% control of the offense. That's why. I think there is I think there's way too many cooks in the kitchen right now. And I think Nick is heavily involved. What a wasted year this will be. This is such a wasted fucking year, and it's week 2 of looking more like shit. Your offensive line had 4 or 5 penalties. What is going on with this illegal man upfield? Whatever the hell, that penalty is just ridiculous. They were calling it all over the league. I thought Juergens actually played pretty good. I thought Becton whiffed on one block, but I think roughly he's been playing well. I think Jordan Mailata was, I think, the highest graded player, I think, on the team. I think Jordan Mailata had a really good game. Appreciate the super chat, man. I think, honestly, it's control of play calling, to be honest. To just those, I don't think Jalen is going out there and reading defense. I think each play had a target, and if it's not there, he's bailing. And I feel when he gets to the top of his drop, he was to scramble. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like he's just not known, like, especially for him, like, if that specific player isn't in that specific spot. But we didn't target middle of the field with Jalen Hurts. And if he knows it's already not there, he's already bailing out. Like, I mean, he's bailing out fast. And he looks slow, and he looks like he's undecisive on where he's throwing the football. And then, like, he'll have this fucking run, and he'll go up and start flexing his fucking arms. I'm like, dude, like, what? I'm like, come on now. Come on now. Like, home opener? Nick Foles retiring as an Eagle, as a Super Bowl, the first championship in our history, and this is how you play on that night? My girlfriend went to that fucking game the other night, and I called her. I said, I am so sorry you had to watch that shit. Seriously, you spend money, you spend gas, you spend money on hotels. Why waste your fucking time, honestly? Why waste your time? All right, hold on. I'm trying to catch up here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I definitely missed something, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Sean Davis with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He said they're saying Carter only has one move, bull rush. I think Carter can get. I mean, I've seen him do it a lot of times since he was drafted. I know he can do that. I mean, we don't really know if that's even true, but I think Carter can get pressure. But like I said, like, this is one game. Carter got a bunch of pressures on Jordan Love last week. He had one pressure, I think, in this game. That's it. He had one pressure, no tackles, one pressure. Mouse with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, we were going to panic because of that. Yeah, dude. Because it's literally the same thing. Because literally you change your coordinators and it looks as the same or worse than last year. Yeah. If last year didn't happen, would there be panicking? Sure, but dude, this is literally a mirror image of last season all over again. You know? Appreciate the super chat, my friend. Dennis Murray says, come on, man. Any secondary player is getting cooked if D-line allows a clean pocket for 4+ seconds. Yeah, it happened all game. I think there was one series where the defense actually closed in on Kirk a few times. That was their best series. I forgot what quarter it was. Okay? It's crazy. But it's true, though. Like, people don't pick on the secondary, don't pick on linebackers, don't even really pick on the safeties, the corners. Like, don't even pick on those guys. Because your defensive line didn't stop the run. They didn't get a pass rush. And if that's the case and it's 4+ seconds of protection on Kirk, they couldn't even rattle Kirk Cousins of all quarterbacks. You're playing a better quarterback next week. And you're playing a better quarterback the week after that with Baker Mayfield. I almost said Maker Bayfield. I almost said his name wrong. You know what I mean? Lefton Matthias says, I don't know, bro. When I watch all the 22 on Jalen, sometimes Jalen doesn't pull the trigger fast enough on open receivers, bails out the pocket too fast. Well, yeah, 100%. He gives it no time. I think he did that in this game. The last couple weeks, he's done that. I don't know if there is a skill set within him that says stay and make your progressions. He wants to get that easy pass thrown to the, rolling out to the outside and getting that easy pass because he doesn't have no offensive line, defensive line in front of him. His vision is way clearer when he's on the outside pocket. But, dude, that's not being a quarterback that gets paid a lot of money. Like, you got to sit in there. You got to sit in there. He doesn't sit in there unless he's not taught to do that. Like, hey, if it's not there, bail out. If that's how he's getting coached, then that's even worse. So, Rich says, guy says he doesn't want this to be last year. Come into a new season with a roster full of new players and 2 new coordinators, and he's pissed that we aren't clicking yet in week 2. New players. On offense, do we have that many new players? Come on now. Come on now. Defensively, yeah, there's some new faces, but dude, like, you didn't garnish. You garnished 1 sack all game. Averaging 6.6 yards a carry down our throats. That's not going through growing pains. That's not producing, period. Simple as that. If we're going to have the same excuse on, we have 2 new coordinators and we have, like, I get it. Like, I know the defense is going to go through their growing pains, but man, can they look somewhat productive and seriously, can they look somewhat productive? The defensive line is your first line of defense because if you get no pressure and there's more than 4 or 5 seconds, okay, for a quarterback to throw the football, you have no chance. The corners have no chance. The linebackers have no chance. The safeties have no chance. There is no corner in this league that's going to cover for that long. Not one person is going to be able to cover for that long going forward. You know what I mean? That's where we're at right now. D922 with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Things have changed. It's not like you said it's going to be a long season for us. Hope we'll get things back on track. And guys, like, I hope they do. I'm not like just going to be like, I'm just going to trash this team every week because I don't care. No, I trash this team for a reason. If I trash something or someone, it means that I want them to be better. It's not because I enjoy doing it. It's just because this is fucking embarrassing. Seriously. No touchdown in the first half. No touchdown in the first quarter. The only 2 teams that have done that, that have not done that is the Panthers and the fucking Eagles. Literally. You know what I mean? Marcus Polk with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, so, Joey, how about our next game? How do you stop the Saints? Can we keep up what we have the roster now against a high-powered offense? It's almost like the same thing from, like, this game. Unfortunately, they have more weapons in that offense when it comes to receiver, okay? You literally shut down Bijan and get pressure on Kirk, they win this game, and they get turnovers, and they do a lot more in this past game than what they could have done in this game. You know what I mean? Like, Alvin Kamara and the rest of those backs, man. But what's the biggest bright side to the Saints is that their coaching is superb on offense. Coaching is superb over there. They can take Derek Carr and make him look that good because they're not overthrowing with him nonstop, pass after pass after pass. They're going to cook us, man. If they put 40-something points the last couple weeks, 40-something points on the Cowboys, they're going to put 60-something points on us. This next game is a statement game. If they look like how they look, we can't look any worse, honestly. We really can't. But they got him, now you're without AJ. AJ Brown is not even playing the next couple weeks. I thought that was a joke. Someone said that in my live chat. Oh, yeah, AJ Brown's out for another few weeks. I'm like, what? So you're out AJ Brown now. And I'm telling you right now, more has to involve the rest of these guys or Nick or whoever the hell's call these plays. I'm sorry, but Jahan Dotson's got to be ready this week. Okay. Oh, well, did you just put on one training wheel for Jahan Dotson? Is he going to be a decoy and just? I mean, how do you not create plays more for Jahan? Why is Britton Covey getting more targets than Jahan Dotson? Why? Seriously. Makes no sense, dude. See, these super chats I don't see. The blue ones I don't see. Like they pop up in secret. I don't know why. We have a super chat from Richard Miner. Says we won't see any changes until Nick is gone. Trust me, I thought about that all last night. I couldn't go to sleep. I didn't sleep until 5. Sorry, I didn't go to sleep until 6, 7 in the morning this morning. I'm so wired after a win, and I'm more wired after a loss because I just think and I think and I think, what could be wrong? What is going on right now? You know, it's insane. Logan says last year we lost to Drew Lock, and last night we lost to Kirk Cousins. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Dennis Murray says sell out and stop Kamara. Blitz every play and hope you hit the right gap to stop him. Leave the 2 Saints wide receivers on an island with Mitchell and I guess Slay. I'm already ready for Slay to be gone at this point. Like, as a vet, to allow that last play to happen the way it did, I mean, not even contested. Not even contested. I'm literally waiting for, like, Isaiah Rodgers. I'm sorry, but like they didn't play him in this game for a reason. You know why? Because Quinyon Mitchell has impressed them so much. Almost had a pick in this game in his hands, and he dropped it. Another drop turnover from this defense. That's a whole nother problem with this defense. Drop pick 6 last week. Drop pick 6. Couldn't get the fumble recovery when Slay knocked it out of Josh Jacobs' hands. And then a drop pick. We have to get these turnovers. We got to get these turnovers. We obviously had the Reed Blankenship interception, but goddamn, dude. They could do so much more, man. Young Truth 512. What's going on, dude? Thank you. Appreciate the super chat so much. It says nobody is hungry. Everybody got a big check. Yeah, dude. You got to play hungry, bro. Their stomachs are full. And they ain't hungry for anything. Honestly, guys, if I really have to guess, and somebody already said it down in the chat, I think defensively it's the scheme that's really breaking this defense. I think he's putting too many players out of position. I don't think I hate this scheme. I've said it for the last few years. I said it going before going to this offseason program. I've said it. I hate it. I can't stand it. It's just not aggressive enough for me. It's way far than that. You know. Appreciate the super chat, Young. Rich says, Joey, please, for the love of God, stay on the side that you're on, man. When this team's get it together, please don't hop back on the wagon, bro. Stay where you are, please. You are draining, bro. Then don't watch. Don't watch. I will not be told to not say what I don't want to fucking say. Simple as that. If you don't want to watch, don't fucking watch. Simple as that. Fucking Eagle fans piss me off. Piss me off. Seriously, what is that shit? If I'm not on the train. If I wasn't on the train, I wouldn't even be watching the fucking game. Nobody will censor my ass to not say what I want to fucking say. Simple as that. Am I really that out of pocket right now? Really? If you're not on the bandwagon, you know, it's the most snowflake fucking loser mentality bullshit. So you want me to be like, yeah, one more week, guys. You know, we just gotta fix our stuff, and we just gotta see how we do things differently here. And you know, I can't wait to see what Church does next week. That's how you want me to be every week, Mr. Shill. Not this guy. Plenty of other content creators to watch. Plenty more that are better than me. Trust me. Chris says, with the super chat says, we are flirting with a rebuild if things go badly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're I wouldn't say right now. I mean, things would have to get beyond to the ground, 6 feet under, that bad for things to happen. I agree, though. You know, I wouldn't say right now, but, you know. Young Truth 512 with the super chat. Appreciate it so much. Says, we look like the movie The Replacements on strike. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Tommy says, no, you're not all, Joe. I'm going through it just like you, my man. How is nobody going through? How is somebody this, like, seriously, like, who after this game was positive saying, it's all right. They fought to the end. You know, like, come on. Like, they fought to the end. They'll be okay next week. Come on. Come on. Holy shit, dude. TL says, Marshawn in the Super Bowl, why throw when you have number 26? That's what I'm saying. Because you had 3 yards to get a first down, why throw a pass? Even if it's open, what if he drops it, which he did? It literally takes 40 seconds off the clock if he makes that catch, or if they just, simple as that, just run it. I love using Saquon Barkley in red zone. Remember when he reached out for that last-minute touchdown right there? I love that play. Love that play. Or the 2-point conversion. I forgot what it was. It's almost a cheat code. A cheat code at that point. Teal Hopkins. Oh, I already read your shit. Thank you so much for that super chat, by the way. Young Truth 512 says, Joey, appreciate super chat. Says, Joey, is keep it all the way real. Great content. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm here just like you guys. I am the same person as you guys, because the only difference is I make videos. That's it. That's all it is. Other than that, I keep shit the way it's gonna be kept. I ain't walking on no eggshells with this team. I told you guys going into this season, I'm gonna be more demanding, because there's no excuse with the talent they have on offense. Okay. And this defense, like with Vic Fangio, you know, the mastermind of the Fangio defense, you know, the same shit we've been hearing. God, it's draining, bro. I'm wired right now. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm not even tired right now. Kev C with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Says, as fans, we got to relax. We started booing our team after the first drive. It's okay not to be a super team. We're not going to blow every team out. We run the ball. We win. I blame Nick. Okay. I could deal with something like that. Okay. Well, fans are going to boo. Fans are just tired of this. This is not like the Eagles just started playing bad this year. This is a continuance from last year. They're booing because this is a continuance from all last season. That's why they're booing. It's not because it's just this game. This is a continued, recycled fucking thing. Non-stop. We're not going to blow every team out, like you said in the super chat, okay? We didn't blow out one team last year, okay? They can't win ugly anymore. You can deal with a one ugly win, a second ugly win, but literally that's been your whole entire season to 10-1 last year. I'm not going to congratulate them on a fucking ugly win. To a certain extent, if they get the win, great. You don't think I was going to come out and make a video, even if they won that game, I was going to be like, I'm just going to forget about everything that happened in the game and be all positive about it? No, because there's still a lot of problems. I'm not saying that stupid saying, a win is a win. I did that shit last year. I fell for it. And we didn't have one dominating game as an offense last year. You're not gonna win a playoff game like this. You're gonna be a one and done. You're gonna be a one and done in the playoffs. One and done. No doubt. I appreciate Kev the super chat so much, and I get it. Okay? I get it. Nick is not the full blame, but he's a big part of it. If he's involved, if he's getting his hand caught in the cookie jar once again, which honestly, guys, I've watched Kellen Moore with the Chargers. I've watched, okay? I have a friend, okay, one of my best friends is a Charger fan, believe it or not. He lives in New York, but he's a Charger fan. Okay. And I even asked him about it, and he said, no, that doesn't look like Kellen Moore it doesn't look like a Kellen Moore offense to me. And with Dallas for 4 years, come on now. He's had top 10 offenses with Dallas for 4. Come on now. I mean, Jesus. There's no way. There's just no way. I can't believe that this is fully Kellen Moore. God. Just I'm trying to catch up. D9022 with the super chat says, it's your channel, Joey. They don't like it. Oh, well. It's like, I like the channel, by the way. I appreciate so much, D. Appreciate so much. This channel isn't for everybody because, honestly, like, this is why I don't work with certain people, too, because people are way too fucking positive. Or they're afraid. There's too many people out there that are afraid to give out their opinion, okay, and get crap for it. You know how many DMs I get, threats I get, stupid shit every day on things I say? I mean, seriously. I'm not always right. I'm not always wrong, but I'm not always right either. Every year. You know? Oh, dude, I'm so wired. I literally had no sleep yesterday. I slept last night like a baby, by the way. Okay? I was so tired. The team losing that game woke me up for the whole night. I wasn't even tired for a split second. And then finally I crashed last night. Chris with the super chat, thank you so much. This could have ran twice to get 4 yards, but yeah, I mean, look, they literally, like, I'm telling you, like, you didn't have to make it any more complicated than they did. Every time Barkley got the ball in his hands the other night, it was just like, man, the talent. And you have Giant fans making videos on Barkley choking. That's how much they pay attention to it. It's that sad. Their misery they have to put their misery on us. Okay? Barkley made a mistake in the game. But do I blame him 100%? He's part of the problem, but not like, I get it in the moment he dropped it. I get it. But fucking dude, like, I'm not ignoring everything else. The not attempting a field goal in the first quarter, like, to put 3 points up on the board, like, that's Nick saying, go for two, because I have to, like, dude, it's the beginning of the season. Like, stop trying to, like, you gotta, these games matter right now. Boom, 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 boom. These games matter. Constantly, these games matter. It's crazy shit, dude. Chris. Oh, sorry. I already read that. Appreciate Chris. Slick with the super chat. Thank you so much. Seeing Mitchell almost get a pick six versus the Falcons really makes me excited to see this guy get better and better. Keep him on the outside. Yeah, when Isaiah Rodgers was coming in for this game today, I said, you know what? I was like, man, I'm really selfish, but I want to see Quinyon Mitchell play on the outside. But they kept him on the outside, which was great. I think the talent is there. I really like this kid. I honestly can't wait until 25, till Slay's gone. Because I want Eli Ricks to have a shot. I want other guys to have a shot. Isaiah Rodgers, I don't know if they really trust him. Look, I don't even know if it's a great idea to put Quinyon on the inside. I know he's played mostly on the inside, and this was another gamble that Vic Fangio had, and that was taking Quinyon Mitchell, your first-round pick, out of position from the outside, moved him as an inside corner, and it actually worked. But Fangio knows, like, Isaiah Rodgers needs to start learning the inside. I know he's not an inside guy. He hasn't really – I don't think Isaiah Rodgers played any inside corner this offseason program at all, okay? But no fucking way, dude. No fucking way, dude. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. Before I forget. We're all upset, dude. I could tell everybody's upset. There's not one person that's letting this go at all, you know? Not one person that's letting this thing go. But I appreciate the super chat, dude. Quinton Mitchell is going to be a great corner for us. I thank God. Thank God. Cooper DeJean, they have to throw him at nickel. They got to throw him there. I think it's time to unveil him. We got Jamak 42. What's going on, man? Appreciate the super chat. Says fans who are okay with the Falcons game didn't watch the last 6 games last year. Nothing has changed. A lot of work needs to be done all around. D-line needs to shape up. I completely agree. Completely agree. You said it perfectly. Like, that's why, like, certain fans are like, dude, like, it's only week 2. It's like, no, it's like week 7. Actually, it's like week fucking 14, dude. Like, because we're counting last year and this year as like one recycled season yet again. You know, that's where I'm at. So I completely agree, J Mac. I totally agree. Sorry, I think your name is J A Mac, or it's not J Mac. Maybe it's J Mac. I don't know. Appreciate the super chat, by the way. But give it time. EC1 Football says, Reed Blankenship said Jalen Hurts in the locker room postgame, no coach said a word. We're a player-led team. It's bad, dude. It's really bad. We're a player-led team. At the end of the day, we know what we did is on us. Why? Are you telling me Nick had nothing to say after this game? Let the players figure it out? I don't even fucking know, dude. This guy is pissing me off. I didn't watch anything last night. I didn't watch any posts. I didn't watch nothing. I was like, I'll see the news that comes out on X, on Twitter. That's it. I don't care. Nothing else. Do not care. Don't care at all. I don't want to know nothing else. I do not care. I don't give a shit at all. We got a super chat from Chris Kaufman. Thank you so much, man. It says, losses like this tank season in 1997 on Monday Night Football, Tommy Hutton dropped the snap to a game-winning field goal. Ray Rhodes was fired a year later. Damn. I'm telling you, like, seasons like last year could always linger, but by God, you're telling me that Kellen Moore's offense looks like this? There's no fucking way it does. I can't. I can't even believe it. Cheese Boy says, I'm going to blame whoever I want. Is no excuse for him. EC1, he has a top 3 offensive roster and plays mediocre. He has 24 turnovers in the last 20 games. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. And let me tell you something, Cheese. You say whatever the hell you want to say because you have every right to say what you want to say. Everybody in this chat has something right to say. If I ever find out somebody gets blocked on this channel because of a look, at the end of the day, we want this team to win another championship. And honestly, guys, if we agreed on the same things all the time, it would be boring as hell. We always like to see different perspectives. Sometimes I learn some new things every single day. But Cheese Boy, don't ever feel like you have to answer to somebody, okay? You have to answer to somebody, okay? You never have to do that. You know what, Cheese? I'm going to give you a mod. I'm going to mod you up. I'm going to mod you up right now because you know what? Now everyone's going to hear what you have to say. And it's going to be lit up on the screen. There you go. And I never give mods out, but I feel bad if somebody is obviously trying to tell you otherwise. Come on now. Ron says, this offense is built so well that losing one starter shouldn't impact us. I watched the Niners without CMC and still have a 100-yard rusher. Yeah, Mason still had 100 yards in that game. And went against the formidable Jets D. Our coaching sucks, man. Yeah, you know what? Not only are they losing CMC, okay? Not only are they losing CMC, they lost Debo for the next few weeks. So see what they look like, and see what they look like after that. But nothing should change. Yeah, losing A.J. Brown but seriously, this is why you traded for Jahan Dotson. I mean, how many catches? Not only did you not use Jahan Dotson, you didn't use Paris Campbell. Like what are they what was the game plan, dude? What was the game plan? One throw, one target for Jahan Dotson, and Paris Campbell's brought up from, seriously. You brought him up from practice squad and literally not one target, dude. God, I hate this offense, bro. I hate this coaching staff, and I hate this offense. Do not go to football games. Don't waste your money going to games, seeing the Eagles play. Stay at home. Stay at home. I'm missing super chats? Am I? Where? Did I really? No, I'm caught up. Oh, I didn't. Fuck. See all right, so if I get super chats that are $1.99, apparently those super chats, they show up in secret. Like, I don't know why. The blue ones, they don't show up. I don't know why. It's weird. But here we go. I'm so sorry, Sean. I'm so sorry, Young Truth. Kellen can't run the offense with Hurts. It's either Kellen can't run the offense with Hurts or Kellen can't work with another coach to run the offense with Hurts. Apparently, Kellen's calling the plays in technicality, but what is Nick doing? And Nick sits on the sidelines with his stupid face. I think he's so overrated. I don't know. What does he bring to the team? And it's obviously he's getting a head coaching paycheck for culture, for keeping a culture together and just being a motivator. I mean, really, that's where I'm at. Appreciate the super chat. Sorry for missing these. Like I said, these super chats just show up really weird. Young Truth with super chat says they knew fans are getting mad at diehard fans. Shaking my head. It's crazy shit, bro. We got Leon Banks with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Our D has more holes than fucking Swiss cheese. I haven't seen holes that big since watching Alexis Texas on the hub. We could be 1-3 going into the bye. I completely agree. Okay, I never watched Alexis Texas before, but 1-3, I could completely agree that it could happen. So I completely agree. I literally can have them losing the next 2 games before the bye. And guess what? The Eagles will have their bye week. And guess what after that? They have their bye week. How do the Eagles look after their bye week in recent years? Horrible. Slow. You're telling me that this team is going to you're going to let these players take off for that week? Yeah. Yeah. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Complete joke, bro. We got a super chat from Chris Dog. What's going on, man? So, yo, Joey, what up, my guy? Did you see Jason Kelce dance at stage? You think it's time for the Eagles fans to stop talking trash to Cowboys? The Jason Kelce dance was hilarious, by the way. Hilarious. You think it's time for the Eagles fans to stop talking trash to the Cowboys? Well, I think it goes both. Well, look, no, both sides are disgraceful. That's number one. I think Eagle fans and Cowboy fans are disgraceful. Cowboy fans are happy now that the Eagles lost, but I think that's a loser mentality because at the end of the day, it's not like the Cowboys won this week either. Okay. But when the Cowboys lost, everybody makes these videos and they act like idiots. Okay. Whether it's Twitter, whether it's online, they're all idiots for making videos. Laughing at the Cowboys before our games even played. And then they look like an idiot. Now they all look like dumb fucking idiots now because of that. But there's always going to be crap talking just because it's rivalry. I get it. Shit talking's fine. But like making fun of a team because they lost and you haven't even played yet, you're just setting yourself up for failure. Archie Manning, thank you very much. Oh, man. Just imagining a Manning becoming a Philadelphia Eagle. He's looked really good, too. Cheese Boy, what's going on? I said, I hope Jalen proves me wrong. I want him and this team to win. However, the dude is a liability right now. Like I said, yeah, like I agree with that, okay? I don't feel the coaching staff is doing right by Jalen. What they're telling him to do, I feel like he is doing just that. And I think Nick is heavily involved. And I think it's a big problem. Big problem. We got Slick, man, with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, man, for that. Very, very, very nice of you to do that. I really appreciate it very much. Slick says, can Fangio take out the nickel corner and add another D line to help the run? Chauncey Gardner-Johnson can cover and has experience in the slot, so he can move down from the safety spot if needed. That's what Fangio did with the Dolphins, just saying. Yeah, and then on top of everything else, dude, Fangio was top 10 in quarterback hits. He was ranked third in pressures, and you know he's not doing that right now. Okay? That's why I said, why didn't they put Zach Bond on the edge? Like, line up Zach Bond on the edge. Line him up. Why not? If you're not getting enough pressure, why isn't he blitzing enough? And why isn't he putting... Remember what they did with Zach Bond? They were just lining him up and just letting him fucking attack. Like, I don't know why they don't do that. So, yeah, if you do move Chauncey down to nickel, okay, the problem I'm having is Bradbury's going to be back like probably another 5-6 weeks, right? Until that happens, we'll see what happens. Who takes over that safety spot? I don't think DeJean is ever playing safety right now. I don't think it's ever happening. Even in the first game, okay, when Chauncey got hurt that first game against the Packers, they took him out and they put Tristan McCollum in over DeJean. That apparently still wasn't ready, which he probably was not. But, you know, I think the writing's on the wall now. They have to switch some guys. You know, yeah, I agree. Like, take a guy like Zach Bond and put him as an edge rusher and then add Devin White to the mix or something like that. I think that's a really good idea. Like, Devin White should not be a healthy scratch, dude. Like, that is the biggest mistake. The biggest mistake. If it was up to me, I would turn Zach Bond, and it's really tough because I would have Zach Bond play edge rusher and inside linebacker, kind of switch up a little bit and have him in some coverage, but have him on the edge as well in certain situations to get pressure, to help this defensive line out a little bit. So at least if Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis get double teamed, they both get double teamed, then at least you'll have the one-on-one with Zach Bond. And as a pass rusher, I think he's great. I think he's disruptive as hell. So moving Chauncey down is probably not my favorite because DeJean will never take that spot. And, you know, how much trust do we really have in Tristan McCollum? Do we give him a shot? I don't know. That's really up to them because Isaiah Rodgers can't play on the inside. Eli Ricks can't play on the inside. Keely Ringo can't play on the inside. So realistically, the only player that can, once Sidney Brown comes back, and obviously having Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, are guys that could move to the inside if you really have to. You could literally throw them in there. So I get it, dude. 100%. 100%. Appreciate that generous super chat, man. Generous as hell. Batman Pichu says, started watching a week before the collapse last season, and I'm pissed as well. What are we doing? I don't know. Thank God there's people pissed off. Like, be pissed off. Go vent when you have to vent in this chat. I'm totally fine with it. That's why we're here, guys. We're here to go over this situation. You know what I mean? That's why we're here. Hold on. Let me get my... Appreciate the super chat, by the way. Don says, Joe, you think the reason we perform so badly on the D-line is because we didn't play in preseason and are under... Let me tell you something. If Nick had control over something this year, it's that offseason program. Okay? Apparently, the practices were demanding as hell. Okay? But the starters not playing in preseason, I feel like they're trying to hide something from us now. It's like, we don't want you to know how the offense really looks like. I don't even know. Not playing starters in preseason is one of the biggest mistakes. Okay, just think. Jalen Carter only had 3 preseason snaps, but at least he had some snaps. You take so much into a controlled environment. When you're in a joint practice, you're in a controlled environment. You practiced against one team one day. One day. It was a 2-day joint practice. The first day, it was a full practice. The second day, it was a fucking walkthrough. Okay? Under conditioned, out of shape, maybe not. But the way they handled the offseason program, yeah, 100%. We got to run Hurts. No, I don't want to run Hurts. The problem is I don't want to run. You mean like literally just how you played it? Yeah, like, but dude, we know for a fact in 2022 that Shane Steichen had full control of the playbook. Okay, we know in 21 mid-season, Sirianni gave the play calling away to Shane Steichen because obviously we didn't run the football. We looked like crap. We went back to the same shit in 23 with Nick Sirianni. I can call this offense, but Brian Johnson is going to take the blame for everything since he's holding the notepad. And then when Dave Spadaro during the year was getting questions, was like, hey, Eagle fans, ask me any question you want. And Dave Spadaro had an Eagles fan ask him a question, say, how much % does Nick have control over game planning? He said 100% Nick has control over game planning. Gives it off to Brian Johnson for Sundays. I'm like, really now? So now Brian Johnson's not even an actual coordinator. He's just, I'm going to call whatever play that Nick wants me to fucking call on this play sheet, on this 10-play play sheet. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, dude. Horrible. People wonder why I'm so angry. Do I want to feel like this for the rest of the season? Do I have to make the same video every week? I really hope not. But do I think they'll win the next couple weeks? I think they need a wake-up call, honestly. I honestly think they need a big fucking wake-up call. Because this shit is just money down the drain, coaching down the drain. Everything's down the drain because Sirianni and Vic Fangio are I don't know what they're doing with these players and how they're using them. I honestly don't. Oh, man. I am trying. Gooby says Howie hasn't given Vic Fangio the roster to do what he does best. I'm sorry, but you can't run Fangio's defense with Bond, Sweat, and Smith. Howie is at fault here. Terrible defensive roster. All right, so Fangio was hired before free agency. Am I correct? I'm sorry, but I need to really go through this whole thing. Fangio was hired before free agency. Am I correct? Or was it after? It's got to be before. So why are you signing Bryce Huff to $17 million a year? That's what I don't get. Why are you signing that guy? Let me know. Well, when was he hot? When was Fangio actually hired? It was before free agency, right? You forgot he was hurt in preseason? Who? Who was hurt? I want to hear this. Who was hurt in preseason? All right, so if Fangio is high, so Fangio is sitting there throughout the free agent process. They signed Bryce Huff, and why would they sign him if they feel he's not ready to be an every down end on the edge? Like what? I don't get that. No, Jalix Hunt had no snaps. Nothing. He had what? He probably played some specialty. Why isn't Jalix Hunt having any snaps either? Seriously. Fangio's like, oh, yeah, I don't think he's there yet. You don't think he's there yet? Like, you don't even see that he can earn more snaps. You don't even, at $17 million a year that you guys signed, traded Hassan Reddick, and you got Bryce Huff, and you're telling me that he's not ready yet? Like, he didn't have anything positive to say the first time Bryce Huff hit the field. And then was really quiet about it the whole entire program. DeJean was hurt? What, he was on the injury list during the game? He got hurt during the game? I thought Maddox got hurt and DeJean came in for one play and then Maddox came back in. So I'm kind of lost there. I didn't hear nothing on the TV saying DeJean was hurt. Unless we found out after the game he was. So I could run my fucking lips when I want. There you go. McLaren, although our defense didn't look that great, we got to remember they're fairly new. But no excuse for our offense to look the way they do. Who's the leader for our offense? I don't know. Who do the offensive players rally to? The defense is fairly new, but dude, you're not getting one. You're not getting one. Pressure in this game. You're telling me because it's a new defense that they can't stop the run or get pressure on Kirk? I'm not even strictly saying get sacks. I'm saying get pressure on Kirk. That's no excuse for me, man. That's no excuse for me. Yeah, sure, there's a few players that are fairly new. I get it. What are you talking about? Jordan Davis has been here. Jalen Carter has been here. Josh Sweat's been here. Graham's been here. Jalix Hunt didn't play. Bryce Huff's getting paid, so I'm expecting him to produce instantly at $17 million a year. I'm expecting him to produce. Come on now. He's a new face, but they paid him. So what am I supposed to say? I'm supposed to think that he's going to produce, right? And yes, Madden guy. Yes, I know that. Yes, I know Cooper DeJean was hurt. Yes. He missed a little bit of time. Yes. He's 2 weeks into the season. He's not somewhat ready to take a starting role. How many more weeks does he need? Okay? This has got to be the last week. This has got to be the last week. He's got to catch up for this week. I agree Devin White needs to play. FLE Podcast, what's going on, man? Appreciate the super chat. So the defense played fine. If AJ plays, we win. If it's really we win. It's really that simple. He is by far our best player. I like this I like this team personally. Yeah, obviously, yes, but I feel like those are the only two guys he throws to. He throws to nobody else. We don't have a wide receiver 3 right now because we don't throw to them. We don't make plays for them. We don't get them open. The only positive thing about the game is that Grant Calcaterra actually got involved in this game more than Goddard did. So it's nice to see that Calcaterra is healthy, so that's a great thing. But seriously, we don't know what else we have. Wide receiver 3 is exceptionally important as well. They threw to a running back, once? Come on now. Might be worse than 23. I hope not. Appreciate the super chat, by the way, FLE. It might be worse. You said I like this team personally. Hey, that's fine. I like the team too, but it's like it's the behind the scenes coaching aspect on both sides and putting players in the right spots to win football games and how they're coached and what is Jalen told. If it's not there, run out the pocket. It wouldn't shock me because it happens all the time. And it's continued since last year. Ron says that hit Chauncey had on Bijan the 4th and short was fucking insane. Dude is such a dog. He really is. And they still didn't win. They still managed to fuck it all up. Still managed. All it took was one rush. All it took was just to hand it off to Saquon, not throw him the stupid ball, throw him the ball with a minute 40-something left, where if you drop that ball or something happens, the clock stops and you give Atlanta all that time. At least if you run the football there, you get the first down, game's over. You don't get the first down, turnover on downs, 40 seconds off the clock for the Falcons, and you're down to a minute and a half instead of a minute 40-something in that game. Not kicking a field goal in the first quarter. Stupid shit, dude. Stupid shit. They didn't deserve to win this game at all. It's just that they didn't deserve to win it. Simple as that. By the way, guys, we're going to have a sponsor in a few weeks, a couple weeks. Lucy, the new nicotine healthy way of keeping nicotine in your body with a Lucy, if it goes. Plenty of flavors. We got mint. These are pouches, by the way. We got mint. We got cinnamon, which we haven't tried any of these yet, but I'm going to try these. Cinnamon. Espresso. You got espresso. We got, I haven't looked at it. Wintergreen. It's been one of my, I think I'll like this one a lot. We got apple ice. Apple ice. That's going to be an interesting one. This is apple ice. And mango flavored. I will have this. These are pouches, a healthy alternative to having nicotine in your body if you crave it, if you need it. We're going to have codes for that in probably another week or two. So look out for that. Look out for that in the next couple weeks. We're let me tell you something. All right. I'm gonna need a lot of fucking Lucy for this season. Okay. I'm gonna need a lot of Lucy for this season when I'm gonna have to deal with what we have to deal with this bullshit offense and this defense. I'm gonna have to deal with a lot of Lucy this year. Well, this isn't dip. This is pouches. It's not dip. I dip. This is dip. Okay. This is pouches. This is no tobacco. This is not tobacco at all. This is a healthy alternative to having nicotine in your system. Okay? These are actually healthy for you. This is not healthy. This is cancerous. Okay? So just letting you know, there will be codes out. I will be tasting these really soon, and we'll be ready to go. We need a lot of Lucy this year. So, Cheese Boy said, I'd take Josh Allen over Jalen Hurts in a heartbeat. Young Boy Majesty, what's going on, man? What's up, Joey? What's your opinion on people blaming these players when other organizations do more with less? Should that raise eyebrows towards what's being called on the field? Yeah, I mean, I see this. I say it like this. I see a lot of these organizations when they lose players or they have less talent, they put good numbers up. Okay? Like, I think a perfect example is not because it's less talent, but just because like the coaching is really good behind it. I think the Saints has been one of the most surprising teams this year. New coaching staff, and let me tell you something. The play calling has been phenomenal. I mean, 40 points a game already. The run game looks fantastic. You know, Derek Carr is nothing like special in my eyes, all right? But let me tell you, when there's good coaching behind him with a nice balanced offense, let me tell you, they could put 40, 50, 60, probably close to 60 points up on a team. And let me tell you something. The Eagles play like they did. They don't start changing their shit quick on both sides of the ball. The Saints could score 60 points on us. So. He does this. So Jalen didn't lead an interception. Josh Allen, do your research. Gary said trade Slay. Defense line needs help or to let earn their spot. Honestly, to be honest, I would have. I didn't have an issue with Slay staying this year. The main problem is the defensive line. Yeah, Slay's going to get a lot of shit for that last play in the end zone. Not the last play, but the last of that series. I mean, he never even gave it a shot to contest. He didn't even try. He was staring out in space thinking about banana pudding or some shit. I don't fucking know. Thinking about his wife's fucking banana pudding. And he's going to go on his podcast and say, he's going to go on his podcast. He's going to be like, I thought I played really good. I thought I played really great. I don't know how everyone else did, but I thought I played really good in that game. I hate him I hate these players having a podcast. I can't stand it. Besides like New Heights, because they talk about other things because they actually have talent to actually be on camera. Like these other asshole morons have no time to even do that. Sorry. Cheese Boy says, talk about the touchdowns. You want to know? Oh, we're having a big fight now. That's normal. You know. Observer says, Bills went all in 21, 22, 23 and had to sell the team and dumb down Josh's play. I know, says, Kellen Moore calling Nick Sirianni play callings because I've seen the same shit for that's what we're trying to figure out. That's what we're really trying to figure out right now. We're trying to figure it out. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're trying to figure it out. We got 236 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the stream. Thank you so much for joining up today. Yeah, I want to thank all you for showing up today. We're shooting the shit right now. We're going to be on for another 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes. So we're here. We're here, ready to go. Twist says, Smitty and Saquon left points on the board. It's about execution. It's about execution and obviously progression. Seeing the field, seeing what you have out there. This is how I really feel like I honestly feel like the coaching staff tells Jalen to bail if the play's not there on the first fucking read. On the main player he's trying to throw to, if it's not there, bail out. And these receivers are told to literally go in the same. I mean, I don't know how you see. I honestly don't know how you play football that way. If that's the case, then there's no reason you should have paid Jalen Hurts. Chris says, can you imagine that Randy Reid could be doing with this team? Here's the thing, dude. Andy Reid is calling the plays in-house. The play calling, doesn't matter what coordinator he gets, it stays the same. They have had the same defensive coordinator the last 5 fucking years. That's why that team could take one guy and there's not every game looks different with KC. They could take a player and have him do 6, 7 different things on the field. That's never been shown before. They know how to get the talent out of all of their players. Doesn't matter who it is. Spats or whatever his name is, the defensive coordinator, the coordinator that was for the Giants with KC. He's been the DC over there for no DC is ever with a team for that long. Really, in recent years, usually DCs are gone within 2 to 3 years. Okay, he's been there for a while. It's been a bit. It's been a minute. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Joey, with our D-line, Carr would look great against our team. You're obviously facing a better quarterback this week. But yeah, Spags. There you go, Chris. Yeah. Spagnuolo, whatever his fucking name is. Yeah. Yeah. Logan Morris was Mark Holmes makes a video about the Eagles lost. It's annoying now. Oh, whatever, dude. Let me tell you something. Like, this is just content at the end of the day. Marco Randall with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. So much. I swear I can't trust Hurts on game-winning drives. We need 15 yards and goes deep to double coverage. It's so frustrating to watch. And it's weird because usually Hurts is clutch. There are some bad sequences, especially in that first game. But honestly, like, even last year, take last year's ugly wins. When Hurts needs to be clutch, he usually is. I thought he was clutch on 3 plays in this actual game that we played. I thought 2 of his rushes were really good, even though he's running the ball way too much. He's running with the football way too much. He has gotten hit way too much. You're not going to survive as a quarterback in his career. He's not going to survive on the Eagles 100% healthy playing like that. That's the truth entirely. Okay. And then he had the touchdown to Devontae Smith in the back of the end zone. So I thought on 3 plays when we really need first downs or a touchdown, he was clutch on those 3 plays. But yeah, that ending was the same as how that game started in Brazil. You know? We handed off to Saquon Barkley. He slipped right in the spot that he was in at the 6, and Jalen just hucks one in double coverage. It's the same story all the time. That's the thing I can take out of Jalen Hurts last year. Our talent brought us far last year, but it only takes you so far. Okay? But Jalen Hurts put the team on his back in some really crazy games last season. But, man, they just made no adjustments. Defenses adjusted to our offense. The offense never adjusted back. Never adjusted back. Have the Eagles look better against the blitz this season, the last 2 games? I guess. I guess they have, but man, the play calling is dumb. It's watered down still to last year's recycled bullshit. Still. Sorry about that. Appreciate the super chat. Adam, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Dude, goddamn, reading these chats got me feeling like I'm listening to 94 WIP. All doom and gloom. It's week 2, boys. Jesus, take a break. Have a Lucy. Take a break. Have a Lucy. Have a Lucy. That's actually Eagles getting you down. Have a Lucy. Oh, I swear to God, that's gonna be my sponsor. I want to let you guys know I have I just got a sponsorship with them. So I want to obviously make it funny, but at the same time, like, I don't want to trash the team while doing a sponsorship. Oh, if the Eagles are losing, you have a Lucy. But I appreciate so much, Adam, so much, man. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's gonna be nuts. It's kind of nuts. Cheese Boy says, seeing how Jalen and the defense are playing, I think we'll go 1-3 at the bye. The Bucks have owned us ever since 03 NFC Championship, and the Saints might be the best team in the NFC. Saints look good. The Saints, but you know what, dude? The Saints only are good because, and I think, and this is just me, I think the Saints are only really good right now is because they know how to limit Derek Carr with between his passing and obviously the rushing ability. With his with obviously with Kamara and some of the other guys he has. A lot, wide receivers are great. I just said it started with an O. I forgot his damn name because they drafted him, a couple years ago. So, I don't know why I just forgot his fucking name. The guy Jesus, really bad, really bad. I'm having a brainer. Marquell Randall with the super chat. Thank you so much. Says, give me more Thomas Booker, better than other DTs. Thomas Booker was on fire, dude. And let me tell you something. If a second-year player that's never really played that many snaps is in leading your defensive line in tackles, 3 tackles. For the people that were here early in the stream, Thomas Booker was the best defensive lineman. The best defensive lineman. He had 3 tackles. Okay? When Thomas Booker was on the field, they averaged 1.1 carry. Sorry, 1.1 yards a carry. When Thomas Booker was off the field, they averaged 6.6 yards a carry. It's insane, dude. It's fucking insane. Mouse with the super chat says, stop the run, make Carr throw, win seems impossible. I know, it's the end of the world. Yeah, Chris Olave. Sorry. I know it started with an O. I was gonna say Olive for some reason. I was gonna be like Chris Olive. Is it Olive? Ola? It was something Ola something. It was Chris Olave. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's get pressure on Carr. I mean, that's what I'm saying. What did they have to do with this game against the Falcons? Yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins is a statue as it is. Derek Carr is a little bit more athletic. We all know this. Carr is definitely more athletic. He's definitely a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins is. That's just me. And I'm not even a big Derek Carr fan, so that should tell you how I feel about Kirk Cousins, really, at the end of the day. But, we'll see what happens, though. PA says we need to change on the linebacker. Dean struggled, and so did Smith. Yeah, but dude, like your defensive line is getting the reason why they're doing really bad. And honestly, Dean had a holding call. Like, I get it. They weren't using Zach Bond as a rusher. They barely blitzed in this game. Your fucking defensive line is getting gashed every play. What are they supposed to do? What are they supposed to do every play? They're getting gassed. They can't make a tackle. They can't do anything if that's the case. They can't stop the run at all. There's literally nothing, no blame to put on these linebackers. It's almost impossible. Like, your defensive line is the first line of defense that has got to help somewhat. Slow down a running back. They're going through a clean fucking pocket every single time. Every time. Skidmark says Booker wanted a spot on the roster. That's why he's going to stay for now till he quits with the rest of the team. Oh, I'm hoping he doesn't do that. Eric says Milton Williams did good unlike Carter and Davis, and Bryce Huff is ridiculous getting tossed around from tight ends. Did you see the play where they actually ran the ball to the right side? Did you see that play? Sorry, the left. I forgot what side it was. Towards us when you're watching it from the TV. Okay? Bryce Huff goes to chase Bijan, and then he literally, as he's running, he's like, takes his helmet and tries to change his helmet to make his helmet tighter on this. I mean, seriously, dude? Like, that's what you're worried about at that fucking moment? It's on tape, by the way. It's all there. I saw it. You saw the fucking replay. I was like, dude, is he literally fixing his helmet as he's running? Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy, dude. It's 125. EC, what bench to hold the lines for real, and you and I would be better than this shit show. Skid says, you guys not looking root because always symptoms. Not good thinking, my man. You're throwing away talent because they're coached by a loser. I don't think the defensive line is shit. I think they played like shit, but I think the scheme, and think just getting the I can't say that Jalen Carter's a bad player because he shouldn't be. Because guarantee you, if we let one of these players go and they go to another team, they're going to play really well. I don't believe this entire defensive line is that bad. I honestly don't. I honestly don't. But they didn't play great. So, and then hearing that the coaches had nothing to say post-game to the team. So you're telling me the players felt like it was more on the players, and the coaching staff decided not – the coaching staff decided not to say anything to the team? Like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like, what is that? She says, Joey, did you see Bijan lay out Nolan Smith? Yes. I'm sorry, but we shouldn't have drafted Branch. Nolan Smith is buns. Yeah, so there was a play where Nolan Smith, I think they showed it. Nolan Smith was I guess, rushing the tackle, and then Bijan came up to chip him and literally laid him out on the ground. Fangio has talked about this, guys. He's talked about Nolan Smith and not being physical enough. He's not big, number one. He can't bull rush. He's got no tricks to the trade. He's got no tricks up his sleeve. He's got no moves. He's got nothing in the toolbox. That's the issue with Nolan Smith. He's lengthy, but he's got no tricks, no tools, no technique, pretty much. That's what he struggled with. Before training camp, I wanted Nolan Smith to be an outside linebacker. That's what I really want. I said, try him at edge rusher and have him at outside linebacker. Why isn't he even trying to play or even trying to put him at that spot? Seriously. Why aren't you trying to do that with him? Twitch says, I agree. Start Ringo and Mitchell at least. It'll be good for the future years. And anyway, what we do have Toulouse Slay sucks. Yeah. See. John says, can someone please tell me what Bryce Huff does? He makes his money, bro. He makes his money and he counts it. He's like this. He's like this. That's what he does really good. I have to fix my process of things. Yeah, all right. That's a guy that got paid and literally doesn't care. It's already enough that Bryce Huff's personality looks like he doesn't give a shit, but he's just like quiet and he looks like he's got a resting bitch face every 2 seconds. Like that's just who he is. But it already pisses me off just looking at him. Don said, would you trade Nolan Smith for a 4th round? You might not even get that, dude. You might not even get that. Nolan Smith is good. We're using him wrong. He's not a good edge rusher. I would take him out of position and put him. I mean, really, he's played outside linebacker before. Nolan Smith should be on special teams. Well, he is. He is on special teams, but he plays as an edge rusher of the rotation as well. We need that Mamba. We need that closer, bro. I'm telling you, Hassan Reddick was the biggest mistake they made. I really would like to know what that contract is. If it's like far out ridiculous, then I get it. Reddick deserves to get paid more than $14 million this year. Totally get it. He deserves it. You went out and got Bryce Huff out of nowhere, and we're like, wow, they signed a guy to big money. That was great. But damn, man, like, Bryce Huff looks great on tape from the Jets last year, but I'm not seeing none of that. But how many snaps was he averaging with the Jets? How How many snaps was he averaging? I need to find that out. How many snaps was Bryce Huff averaging with the Jets last year? Now with the Eagles in 2 games. We'll probably be able to find that out. It wouldn't shock me. Ernest says Bryce Huff name sucks. I could have told you he was gonna suck. Twiz says move Bond to edge and put Trot or Cimarron in there, more instinctive at linebacker. I agree. No. You're gonna move Bond to edge, and you're gonna put Devin White at linebacker. 100%. That's what you're gonna do. You're not wasting Devin White. Devin White's a healthy scratch? Why? Why are you making him a healthy scratch, dude? Like, he looked really sad when he found out he wasn't even starting. Like, I get it. But dude, I think you have an upgrade. If you move Zach Bond to edge rusher, now that what's-his-face is a fucking giant now. They got rid of his ass. Bleed Green says, yesterday Seth Joyner said Jalen only looked for AJ and Smith because he doesn't trust no one else. We have to incorporate Dallas, Dotson, more to build. This should have already, like, I get Dotson's new. How do you not have trust with your tight end? Like, how do you not have trust with Dallas Goedert? Even though in the press conference he says he has trust in all of his guys, even if AJ's not playing, because he has to say that. Huff played 480 total snaps. Okay. Tell me how many snaps he played with. Tell me how many snaps he played with the Jets last. Well, that was not in 2 games. How many snaps did he play with the Jets? Check that out. Just type in his name. Just go to Bryce Huff stats. Go to his year with the Jets last year. 23 stats. Go to Bryce Huff's 23 stats in 2 games. How many snaps did he have in 2 games? That's what I really want to fucking know. On the edge for Devin White? No, at linebacker, Devin White would be great. Zach Bond on the edge would be better because he's done it before, and I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Like, he can get pressure on the edge. They line him up on the edge in that first game. Yeah, he played on third. Yeah, no, I know he played on third down. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was asking Chris, how many snaps did Huff play his first 2 games with the Jets than the Eagles' first 2 games? Ernest said we won the first game. The second game should have been a win. I think we're good considering we're not getting certain production from some players. AJ was also out for. Yeah, but I'm not making it an excuse, bro. I'm not making it an excuse that AJ's not playing. You didn't throw middle of the field. Play design was god awful. Quarterback was god awful. Bailed out too early. Ran the football with Jalen Hurts way too much. Didn't use Saquon Barkley enough. You didn't use Saquon Barkley enough in this game. Sorry, but you didn't. Jay Ryan says Huff played 41 snaps in 2 weeks with the Jets. All right, so what did Huff play? Okay, so Huff played 41 snaps with the Jets in 2 weeks. How many snaps have they used him in 2 games? Now search the Eagles side. So 41 is the Jets game in 2 weeks. How many snaps has he played? Fuck it. I'm going to look at it myself. I'm trying to look for it. That's what I want to figure out. So he played 23 snaps the first game, 18 the second. Okay, I need the Eagles stats. How many snaps did he play for the first Eagles game in Brazil, and how many did he play in this last one? 59. So he's played more. Obvious. 62. So he's played 62 snaps for the Eagles in 2 weeks and played. Okay. So he played 41 in 2 games with the Jets, 62 with the Eagles in 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, it's a big difference. But you're getting paid. You're getting paid for it. You know what I mean? You're getting paid for that shit. Mario Lewis says, Twiz, you and others wouldn't call not so good Mahomes, trash, or Brady, or Manning, or right. Just certain QBs, but not going to be perfect. Hurts. Oh, plays QB, not defense. Lord said, if we lose both in the next 2 games, I think Nick is gone. I feel the same way. Jay says week 1, 30 snaps. Week 2, 32. So he's played more. So yeah, he's played a lot more snaps with the. So he's played another 15 plays. He's played another 20 something plays. So he's played another. So he's had another 22 reps. Let me write that down so I remember. So it's literally 41. Jets 41. And Eagles 62. So he's played, 21, 22 extra snaps. That's a lot from last year. Skid says you can already sense it's 23 again, and not a peep from Howie or Sirianni. Put more in a interim soon, or this team is done. Yeah, if they lose the next 2 weeks, I think they need to cut him loose. I understand that the players like Sirianni, but this is more than your personal relationship with Sirianni. This is like, I say to myself, well, Lurie wants to know if like players are going to get affected if they do fire Nick. Players will be affected. And I guarantee you this offense will look night and fucking day. Pretty quick. It won't take it literally. I'm not saying they're going to be the most dominant, but I'll tell you it will look different. Joey, so do you know? I don't know if you talked about why we decided to bench Carter for the first. Yeah, he was late for a meeting. He was late for a team meeting and he didn't show up. He was late for it, which that's not a good sign either. Like, why is he fucking doing that? Why? I thought he had the supporting cast around him with Jordan Davis and some of these fucking guys. Why is he late to a fucking meeting? Lord Von says, painful as 2 losses would be, it would be worth to get the Bill as the coach. To get Bill as the coach. There's been rumors about that shit. There's been a lot of rumors about Bill coaching the Eagles. I don't know. He's a dictator, dude. He's another control freak motherfucker too, dude. He's another control freak type head coach. Batman Pikachu says Barkley, appreciate Super Chat, says Barkley had 24 run attempts this week and 22 last week, according to his stats. Well, yeah, he had 26, 27 overall touches last week with the receiving game as well. So they're pretty much at the same mark. They could have done it, like I said, they could have done a little bit more with him. They could have ran the ball more with him. Stop with the read option keeper. Stop with those passes to Covey. They passed the same, they used the same play 3-4 times to Covey. He's too small, man. You got to use him. You can't use him in the flat. You got to use him in the screen game. And that wasn't even a screen. I don't even know. That was, I guess, a quick screen. I guess. They got to use him middle of the field. They didn't use middle of the field at all. Dude, it's crazy. She said, Laura, I think it will get Bill. Appreciate super chat, by the way. Laura, I don't think it will get Bill. Howie in the front office won't give up control. They're just find another puppet to sign who won't interfere with their interests. Well, yeah, well, Nick is interfering with every fucking thing. It seems like. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't think so. And how long is Bill going to coach? How long is Bill going to coach? Seriously. It may seem like the sky is falling right now, but the only lucky part about this whole situation is that it's fucking week 2. This isn't week 14. SMDJRJJ says, yeah, how about you? Sorry about your own pretending team. Cowboys have been this for years. We still find a way to win in the regular season, but the Eagles can't do that. Let's see who wins the East. Who cares, though? Who cares about winning the fucking East? That's all you guys care about is winning the East. You guys, seriously. The Eagles lost. The Giants lost. The Eagles lost. The Cowboys lost. We both suck. Move on. We both suck. Move on. We both had shitty games. Simple as that. That's all you guys care about is winning the East. And then where it matters the most, you guys do nothing in the playoffs. Nothing. Nothing. Simple as that. Pretending, number one, this channel has never pretended anything. This team has been literally the same since last season. Okay? Not pretending nothing. You guys had your 26 pressures, your 6 sacks against the fucking Browns that did nothing offensively. Deshaun Watson was 0 for 10 over 15 yards. Couldn't pass a ball over 15 yards. You guys played really well in that first game, and you guys pumped your fucking chest. The first game of the season doesn't identify your team as what you're going to look like throughout the whole year. So he got his comment. He got his attention. Loser mentality. No fucking balls. Loser mentality. Fuck it. Who cares about the NFC East? Who gives a shit? Honestly. God damn. Who fucking cares? It's just to a point now. It's like the same shit every year. Bunch of stupid millennial kids that are just like, don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. It's the same shit every year. She says, yeah, I don't care about the East. All I care about is going far as the playoffs. That's all I care. That's the one thing they can't fucking do. Ernest says, difference is the Eagles lost in final seconds while the Cowboys lost by halftime. Yeah, dude, it's like, you know the talent's there. Like, the Eagles didn't get destroyed in this game whatsoever, but I'm telling you right now, they could get destroyed next week. If they keep playing around, they'll get destroyed next week. I'm telling you. She said, we need to ditch this soft-ass defensive scheme. I'm so sick of it. I hate it, dude. I've hated it the last few years. But I said, you know what? Since Fangio has more control and he's the mastermind, they finally get the master of this scheme. And if Nick does, if I'm telling you right now, and Nick has control over this too. If Nick loses the next 2 weeks and he still wants to keep this defense in play, and obviously you have to keep it this year, but you want to keep this defense the way it is after this year, if he's not fired, he's got to go. He's got to go regardless. This is Nick's decision to keep the defense the way it is. This fucking scheme. Taking players out of position. You're taking a first-round pick in Quinyon Mitchell and taking him out of position for an inside corner. You're taking Bryce Huff out of position as an edge rusher with already limited as he is with his snap count from the Jets to the Eagles because he was in a heavy rotation last year. And now you want to put him as a guy. You have to drop your ends in coverage. I can't fucking stand it, dude. I can't stand it. I hate the edge guys being in coverage. It's literally like, it's a waste of fucking time. Chris said, what makes this also crippling is that we had it won and lost in the span of 10 real-time minutes. They only had guys, the Eagles literally had 4 possessions of the fucking first half, dude. 4. That's it. Like, for a fact that run game affected. I mean, we had more time of possession on top of it too. And they still couldn't do nothing with it. Matt says, I don't care about regular season awards. I care about winning that ring at the end. Yeah. Darius Slay. What's up with Slay? I don't know what he did on that last play. He literally just gave up a fucking easy touchdown when everything was on the line on that fucking. Seriously, 3 plays are on the other. 3 plays. Matter of 4 plays, they scored a touchdown. 3 plays, they're on the other side of the field. I mean, what was it? 5 plays they scored. 3 plays, they were already on the other side of the field. And you're playing back. Everything underneath will be open, but man, like you gave up. I mean, you can't even get that right. You play back. Everything underneath should be open to contain them, making the offense throw short-sided to make those tackles, waste time on the clock. A minute 40-something, that's too much time, dude. A really bad play call by Sirianni. Bad play call. A fucking pass to Saquon Barkley that, should have been caught, but why are you passing? You got 3 yards to run a first down. You don't get it, you waste 40 seconds. You do get it, the game's over. I mean, fucking Christ. Us fans see this shit. They don't see this shit. Why is that? Christian Vince says we're going to beat the Saints. I hope we do, bro. I'll do anything for a win next week, honestly. The next 2 weeks. And if it looks like shit, I'm going to say something about it. It's not going to look perfect next week. It probably won't. Jonas Biel says, this is why Howie and Lurie should have fired Sirianni, but no, they had to kiss his ass and also should have never traded Reddick. Huge mistake on Howie. Yes, 100%. It's 100% the biggest mistake they made. You got rid of your best pass rusher. Consistently, no. But where it matters the most, when you need a closer and you need that guy on 4th down, minute and a half left, the crowd is going wild, and they fucking let him go. For Bryce Huff, Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt hasn't even played a fucking snap on the fucking edge anymore. I mean, it's insane, bro. Ethan says, we're acting like the Saints are the greatest show on turf. Yeah, but you know what, though? They're coached great. They're coached really well. They have scored 40-something points the last 2 games. No franchise has done that in a long time, the first 2 games of the season. They have a great coaching staff. New fucking coaching staff. Fantastic. That's why they're going to win. They're going to win because even though if they don't feel like Derek Carr is the best QB, they can use him very well and make him throw where it matters most. The greatest part about this whole thing is this week 2 and there's so much football left. And like we actually get to see how bad or good this could get. And I'm telling you right now, if this is a wasted year, man. Christmas Super Chat says, we fired Hall of Fame coach and Andy, and the first coach to win a Super Bowl is Doug. We could fire Dick. Doug was fired because the reason why they fired Doug was because Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie wanted to hire new blood outside the organization. And Doug didn't want to do that. Doug wanted to keep all his hirings in-house. He wanted Press Taylor as the OC. Yeah, 91 points, Ernest. 91 points they scored in 2 fucking weeks. Yeah. It's fucking insane, dude. It's insane. Matt says, last thing, message. Appreciate it. Remember for 28 months, Matt. Damn, long time. Over a year. Awesome. He says, last thing, message on the Eagles. Fuck the bullshit. Fix the bullshit. Yeah. They got to fix it, bro. Dames02 says, I understand the whole fire Nick, but the players generally love this. Dude, you were a fire Nick before bias. Yeah, dude, like, but that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, the players have to understand, bro. It's not about just liking the guy. Liking the guy doesn't do nothing. He could be the nicest guy in the world. Like, I get it. But it's a matter of time. The players have to, like, not be pissed off if Nick gets fired. Like, dude, your guys are trying to make your money, do your job, and be successful, and you trying to win a Super Bowl, bro. Like, being nice doesn't only get you too fucking far, man. That's what I'm saying, dude. We got 217 in the chat. We only have 116 likes this whole stream. We got to get those likes up. Totally got to get those likes up. Appreciate it, though. But I think that's going to be it for the night. I mean, I don't know what else to really go over. We've kind of gone over everything. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 18 minutes, you know? So that's probably it for the day. We'll go over another couple questions, and then we'll probably just head out. Make sure you head to the Philly Shakedown Podcast merch store. We have a new Quinyon Mitchell shirt. That is awesome. I think I have... let me actually play it for you guys. We have a new shirt for Quinyon Mitchell we came out with a week ago. The Philly Shakedown. Check it out. Here it is. All sizes, women's t-shirts, sizes up to 6XL. We have women's t-shirts, sleeveless, sleeveless, and we have men's t-shirts, everything. Youth t-shirts, everything's available. And when you buy a shirt, it's really good quality, doesn't fade. You can wash it 5-6 times. I've had no issues with any of the t-shirts or anything like that. Definitely check out the store if you guys have it either. And then obviously when you buy a shirt, you're supporting Philly 500 and you're supporting me as well. So appreciate it so much. What you get is what you pay for, guys. It's really good quality. It's a very high quality print. We work with a guy that owns his own business in Florida, big subscriber and big supporter of both of us, and he makes the designs for us. So definitely check out the store and the link if you guys have not. Appreciate it so much from everybody. If you guys haven't joined my Discord, I do video chats with everybody. Check out the description. Hit the description, go to the Discord, join the Discord, become a member in the pinned comment if you guys haven't either, for extra support, all that great stuff. And that's it. We're gonna go into the rest of the rest of this week. I got a video coming out tomorrow, and we'll have more videos coming out the next few days. So it's gonna be nuts. Check out my video of the reaction of the game. I was so drained mentally. It was crazy. But you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay? Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys. Shakes, go up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace out. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for everything, by the way. Thank you so much for everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Oh, hold on. We got one more before I end. Matt says, with the super chat, thank you so much. It's a special like button and sub this man up. Appreciate it. If you guys want uncensored, not going to lie to your face content, this is where it is because I'm not fucking around this year. You guys enjoy. See you later. Peace, peace.